Emily and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I would love if you subscribe because I share a lot of grocery hauls, easy family recipes, as well as cleaning motivation. So let's hit the subscribe button and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what's for dinner video, but this is sort of like a Hispanic what's for dinner because I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of Latino or Dominican recipes that my children and I love. So if you want to know what's for dinner this week, keep on watching. Okay, so let's start with our turkey chili recipe. I have here about a pound of ground turkey. We're also gonna need 2 cans of black beans and pinto beans. I'm just gonna drain them, wash them and drain them. You can use white beans if you want. And here I have green and red bell peppers finely chopped, about a tablespoon of each. Also a small white onion finely chopped. We're also gonna need 2 bay leaves. A tablespoon of Italian oregano. We're also going to need about a tablespoon and a half of garlic powder, a tablespoon of paprika powder, tablespoon of brown sugar, half a tablespoon of turmeric powder, as well as 1 tablespoon of cumin powder. I have here 2 teaspoons of salt or to taste, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of ginger powder. We're also going to need some chicken broth. I use the unsalted one, that way I can control the salt. And over here I have 3 tomatoes blended with a little bit of water. And we're also going to need Rao's homemade marinara sauce. In my pot, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. And we're going to cook the ground turkey for about 5 minutes until it's nice and browned, as you can see right there. Now we're going to add our vegetables, which are the green and red bell peppers, the white onions. So we're gonna mix, let it cook for about 5 minutes, and we're cooking this at medium-high heat. Now we're gonna add our drained beans, the pinto and the black beans. We're gonna mix, and now we're ready to add our blended tomatoes. I have here about a cup and 2 cups of marinara sauce. You can add crushed tomatoes if you want, but I didn't have this at home, so working with what I have. Now we're going to season it with the Italian oregano, with the cumin powder, the salt, the turmeric powder, the pepper, and the ginger, as well as paprika powder and garlic powder. And the brown sugar, of course. We're going to mix this well, making sure everything is well incorporated and seasoned nicely. So right now I'm adding 2 cups of chicken broth. We're going to mix well, and we're going to let this cook for about 50 minutes on medium heat. As you can see, my chili is cooking, but it has some oil on the top. I'm just gonna remove the oil that it has on top because we don't want that, we don't want to eat that. We're gonna mix and continue cooking this for about 40 to 50 more minutes. Our chili is done. Look how good. Don't worry if you think you added too much broth, because the broth or the water is gonna reduce down a bit once you keep cooking it. And I serve my chili with white rice, and I just add a little bit of cheddar cheese. You can add sour cream if you want, or salsa. It's so good. I hope you guys enjoy it. And on to our next recipe. Locrio de salami, which is rice and Dominican salami, which I have right here. You can find this in the meat aisle of most supermarkets. I haven't made this dish in so long. We're also going to need black ground pepper, about a teaspoon. I have here half a tablespoon of Dominican oregano, and it's dry. We're also going to need about 2 teaspoons of salt or to taste. I have here a packet of culantro and achiote. This is going to add color to our dish. 3 garlic cloves finely chopped, red bell peppers and green bell peppers finely chopped, about a tablespoon of each, as well as red onions finely chopped. So right now I'm just cutting my salami into small bite-sized pieces to make our delicious locrio de salami. In my rice pan, I added about 2 tablespoons of oil, cooking oil, and we're gonna add our Dominican salami. We're gonna mix well and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until it has some color in it. As you can see, now we're gonna add our vegetable, the green and red bell peppers, as well as the onions. We're gonna mix well and cook for about 2 to 3 minutes as well, and we're cooking this at medium-high heat. It smells so, so good. We're gonna add the achiote and culantro packet. That's gonna add color to our dish. As well as we're gonna season it with the Dominican oregano, the salt and pepper. And we're gonna mix very well. Now we're gonna add 3 cups of water. We're gonna let this cook until it starts boiling. Once the water starts boiling, we're gonna add 2 cups of rice. And I'm using the jasmine rice, the long grain jasmine rice. We're gonna mix well and wait until the rice absorbs most of the water, as you can see right there. Now we're ready to cover it up and cook at low heat for 30 minutes. You can mix in between. In the meantime, while my locrio is cooking, I'm gonna make tostones. So good with the locrio, goes perfectly well. I'm just peeling the green plantain. I'm cutting it into 1 to 2 inch pieces. There you go. I used 2 green plantains. In my pan, I added oil and I'm just frying these plantains up for about 1 to 2 minutes on medium heat. After 1 to 2 minutes, we're getting ready to flip them over and fry them up to 1 to 2 minutes again. Now we're ready to take them out and we're gonna mash it. If you have a tostone masher, perfect. I didn't, so I'm just using a measuring cup, which works perfectly fine. We're mashing these plantains up and then we're gonna fry them again. So these are double fried plantains, which are tostones. They look so good already. Now we're gonna fry them up again for 1 to 2 minutes on each side. And these are medium heat. Now we're ready to flip them over and still fry them 1 to 2 minutes. So it's nice and crunchy and brown. And now we're ready to remove them and set them aside. What I like to do is once it's done cooking, I like to add salt right away. How perfect are these tostones? Ya quiero comer. Salt, set that aside. And now let's check on our locrio de salami. After 30 minutes, nice, fluffy, delicious, full of flavor. And we're ready to serve, guys. We are ready to eat this Dominican deliciousness. I have here my locrio, and I also made a quick and easy green salad with cucumbers, iceberg lettuce, salt, pepper, a little bit of lime juice, vinegar, and olive oil. Mix that very well, and you have a simple green salad. Of course, aguacates. We cannot forget our avocados. So good. And of course, our tostones. Now I'm going to show you how I plated everything up. As you can see, my locrio de salami, tostone, avocado, and green salad. Super easy and yummy. Now we're making Dominican chicken feet soup o sopa de pata de pollo dominicana. It sounds weird, I know, but it's so good. I'm just cutting the fingernails and we're going to clean this very well with white vinegar as well as lime juice. I also added water. We're gonna set this aside for a minute and we're gonna start on our sofrito. Sofrito is basically a marinade a lot of Caribbean countries use to marinate meat, rice, and everything. It's really good. It's fresh. Have here red and green bell peppers, red onions, 6 garlic cloves, and fresh cilantro. We're also gonna add a little bit of water. We're gonna blend this up. I already drained my chicken feet with water. It's nice and clean, and we're gonna add our sofrito. Everything in there in the pool is gonna add so much flavor. We're gonna mix well and let it marinate for about 10 to 20 minutes while we continue with the soup. We're gonna need 3 carrots. These are big carrots, about 5 to 6 potatoes. We're gonna peel them off and chop them into small bite-sized pieces. Fresh cilantro. I have here 2 celery stalks finely chopped. I have here Dominican oregano, about half a tablespoon. And 2 chicken bouillon. How you call that, bouillon? I have here 3 bay leaves, as well as ginger, fresh ginger, lime juice, 3 garlic cloves, and pasta. I'm using angel hair pasta. In my pot, I have here about 3.5 quarts of water. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the carrots and the potatoes and the celery first. We're gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes. We're also adding the fresh ginger. And I'm adding auyama. Auyama is a squash that Dominicans use a lot in their beans. Just to add flavor, also color. This is what it looks like. It's a kabocha squash. I think that's what it's called. Now we have been cooking this for about 5 to 8 minutes. It's starting to boil. Now we're ready to add our chicken feet into the mixture. And we're adding it with the entirety of the sofrito because the sofrito is gonna add a lot of flavor to our soup. We're gonna mix this very well. We're gonna add the bay leaves. We're gonna season it with our oregano. We're adding the cilantro, the chicken bouillon, as well as the fresh garlic into the pot mixture. And we're gonna cook this for 40 minutes on medium heat. After the 40 minutes, we're ready to add our pasta. I'm using angel hair pasta. You can use macaroni pasta if you want. It goes well with this too. And I like to break my angel hair pasta. I know a lot of people don't like to break the spaghetti, but I do. We're gonna mix this well. We're gonna cover it up and cook this for 10 to 15 more minutes. Here you go, guys. Our Dominican chicken feet noodle soup is ready to enjoy. I'm telling you, it's delicious. I just added some fresh cilantro, lime juice, and avocado on top, and you're ready to enjoy this deliciousness. Let's move on to our next meal. So right now, we're gonna make our arroz con gandules. I have 1 can of green pigeon peas. We're also gonna need 2 teaspoons of salt or to taste, fresh cilantro, bell peppers, green and red bell peppers, finely chopped, about 1 tablespoon of each, as well as about 1 tablespoon of red onions, finely chopped. We're also gonna need about 1/2 tablespoon of tomato paste, 2 garlic cloves, finely chopped or minced, and about 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. In my pot, I already added the green pigeon peas, I added the red onions, the green and red bell peppers, and as well as the garlic. And I also added about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. We're mixing this up. We're letting it cook for a little bit, about 5 minutes. And we're ready to add our tomato paste. I'm also adding a packet of culantro and achiote to add some more color into our dish. We're gonna mix well, and then we're ready to add our 3 cups of water. I'm also adding the fresh cilantro, the salt, and the pepper. We're gonna mix, let it start boiling. Once it starts boiling, we're gonna add 2 cups of rice. We're gonna mix again, and we're gonna let the rice absorb most of the water. So it's gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes. As you can see, it smells so good, guys. And now we're gonna cover it up, lower the heat to low, and cook for 30 minutes. While the rice is cooking, we're gonna make Peruvian papa a la huancaína. This is such a delicious side dish. We're gonna need carnation milk. Also this Peruvian ají amarillo or yellow hot pepper. You can find this in the international aisle. We're gonna need regular old crackers, queso fresco. We're also gonna need salt and pepper, as well as 2 garlic cloves, 1 to 2, not 3. We're gonna add our queso fresco into our blender. We're also gonna add our crackers. We're gonna add a little more than half of the carnation milk. We're gonna add 1 to 2 garlic cloves, as well as 2 tablespoons of the ají amarillo. Salt and pepper to your liking and to your taste. And we're gonna blend this up. If you think it needs a little bit more of the ingredients, you can add it. So here's our delicious huancaína sauce. Now traditionally you serve this over boiled potatoes and eggs. And that's it, guys. Delicious Peruvian papa a la huancaína. We are going to need about 1 pound of shrimp. I have here frozen shrimp, deveined and cleaned. We're gonna need 2 tablespoons of roasted peppers, 6 to 8 garlic cloves finely minced or chopped. We're also gonna need 1/2 and 1/2 or heavy cream, lime juice, about 1 tablespoon of red onion finely chopped, about 2 teaspoons of salt or to taste, Old Bay seasoning, as well as this delicious lemon pepper seasoning. Goes perfect with seafood. What we're gonna do is just season our shrimp with the garlic, the onion, the lime juice, as well as the salt, the Old Bay seasoning, and the lemon pepper. And I usually added about 1 teaspoon of the lemon pepper and Old Bay seasoning as well. We're gonna mix well, and we're gonna add the roasted bell peppers. Last minute, I also decided to add yellow and green bell peppers as well. We're gonna mix well. And now in my skillet or my pan at medium heat, I added 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, and we are cooking this shrimp for about 5 to 8 minutes. Remember that the shrimp cooks fairly fast. Now we're ready to add our heavy cream or half and half. We're gonna mix, and we're also gonna add Parmesan cheese. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Let's mix that up. It smells and looks so good. I'm also adding fresh, well, not fresh, dried parsley, but you can definitely add fresh parsley if you have at home. We're gonna mix and cook for about 5 more minutes. Now for our delicious arroz con guandule, it is perfectly done after 30 minutes of cooking at low heat. We're ready, guys, to serve. Here you go, this delicious meal. We have our creamy garlic shrimp with our moro de guandules or arroz con guandules and Peruvian papa a la huancaína. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know if you want to watch more videos of what's for dinner but Latino style.